This video will show you how to do a chi-square analysis in SPSS. Make sure you've got the social capital data set uploaded. When you upload it, it may ask you about string variables. Just click the yes as it recommends. In this example, we're going to have a dependent variable and an independent variable at the nominal level. So we're going to be interested in gender and participation in a parent association or other school group. So this variable in the code book on page, looks like B44, GRPPTA is participate in parent association or other school support group. It's coded 1 for a yes, 0 for a no. 8s and 9s as don't knows and refuse are out of the data set. We're going to look at how that varies by gender, which is coded near the beginning of the data set. It's on page, looks like 24. Gender of respondent, 1 for male and 2 for female. So the independent variable is nominal with 2 categories, and the dependent variable has 2 categories, yes, no. With chi-square, number of categories does not matter. To run a chi-square, you may have a hypothesis, for example, that women are more likely to participate in a parent-teacher association group. We can test that by going to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, and crosstabs. Your dependent variable goes in the rows. I believe it was 33D in the code book. When you hover over it, it should tell you. Yes. Participate in parent association of the school group. Move that over to the rows. And the gender variable goes to the columns. That's towards the beginning of the data set. So towards the top of the variable box. Gender to the columns. Click on statistics. And make sure chi-square is checked. And then click continue. And OK. SPSS will give you the analysis. You have 8,599 cases. You see below the crosstabs or the contingency table where 2,776 men said no, they don't participate compared to 619 men. 3,909 women said no to 1,295 women that said yes. The chi-square test appears below it, and it's the Pearson chi-square value of 52.54. Degrees of freedom is 1. If you look in the table, the degrees of freedom, the statistical level for 95% confidence would be 3.84, but it gives you the significance in the asymptotic significance column. It's 0.000. So we can be at least 95% confident that gender is related to participation in a PTA or school group. We cannot establish causality. We'd have to run a regression to do that. But we know there's a statistically significant correlation, and it's statistically significant, in fact, at the 99% level. If you want to see which gender is, or category of gender is driving the relationship, it's not going to be given here. You could calculate the percentages like we did in the class lecture. But if you wanted the chi-square to report the percentages, you could either rerun it or upon your first iteration of running it, just go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, crosstabs. And in that statistics box or the button, click it. Oh no, excuse me. Yeah, make sure chi-square's checked. But go to Cells and click Cells. And under Percentages, show the row percentages. So make sure that that's checked. And click Continue and OK. And it will run again, same number of cases, same chi-square value and significance, but it will tell you in the contingency table the percentages for each category. So out of 3,395 men, 32.3% say yes, they do participate in a PTA group. 41.5% say no. Females, you see 67.7% of the 5,204 surveyed say yes, they participate. and 58.5 say no. You can pretty much figure out here that most likely if somebody's going to be participating in a PTA group, it's going to be women. Even though oddly enough, females were more likely to say no, but they were much more likely to say yes. To get a definitive answer, we'd have to run a regression, but at this point, with the chi-square, we can say that yes, there's a statistically significant relationship between gender and participation in a PTA.